Hello and welcome back to another episode of What You Missed News, the video game news show that recaps what happened to the video game industry this week that might be important to you and the video game industry at large. Ladies and gentlemen, before we jump into the gaming news, I have a few announcements to do before that, and I want to begin with YouTube's changes and updates causing a little bit of issues with subscribers seeing these videos, so please double check that you're subscribed to this channel if you are indeed subscribed to this channel. Sometimes you get unsubscribed, sometimes there's glitches with YouTube, it happens. And if you would, please sign in and be ready to like and share this video if you did enjoy it. Liking is free and sharing it really helps. So if you could, share it with someone that you know doesn't watch me, and hey, who knows, I might gain a new subscriber, a new follower, and it would be really awesome. So I really greatly appreciate that if you're willing to do that for me. And once again, as a give back to the community, I do give away a Nintendo Switch every 15th of each month. All you have to do is be subscribed, like and share my videos, and leave a comment down below in any of the videos in 1 month's time. I select a random winner, and you could be the next winner of a Nintendo Switch. Now, with that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, I'm also doing a separate giveaway, which would be a Nintendo 64 over on my Patreon. So for users who donate $5, they get entered into a pool of potential winners who could win a Nintendo 64. But if you're not wanting a Nintendo 64, don't worry, because if you donate $1 a month, you can win a brand spanking new game, as well as other reward tiers and other rewards. But I thought I would just highlight that point. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I suppose it's time for us to jump on to the news, and we are going to begin with a woman being the first one to be signed to an Overwatch League team, Geguri. So Geguri is being signed on to the Overwatch team. A lot of people are making a big deal about this because this is the first woman to be signed to an Overwatch team, but I would like to point out the fact that their Overwatch teams haven't existed for that long, so it's not like this has been 10 to 20 years or even really over 5 years. It's pretty recent, so it's nice to see some diversity being signed on to the Overwatch teams, though I really do not care for Overwatch pro players, and I think a lot of people share my sentiments. But if you would like to know more about this, apparently Geguri is going to be joining the Shanghai roster with 2 other Korean players as well. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, there's that news if you're really into Overwatch and esports.
Every single time I go to record. Every single time. What are you doing down there? You want to play? Well, I'll play with you after I record, alright? Can you hold out until then? Yep. See you later.
We're back after that catastrophe. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, Shadow of the Colossus, the remake remastery that was ported over to PlayStation 4 has been released, and it's been reviewed by a lot of outlets. Kotaku's review is here. Now, you could choose any review to take a look at, but essentially it's just the same as the original game, only better because it's in HD, and it has almost the same exact controller too, just with slightly different features on it. It's an interesting game without question, and if you really wanted to get into it and just never had a chance to on the PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 2, but you've heard about it, this would be a great opportunity to get into it. If you guys were interested in that, I will leave that in the description below. So we have something a little bit more serious. Counter-Strike co-creator charged with paying a 16-year-old for sex. Now this isn't a good story. This is pretty disgusting, but before you all get your torches and flip out, alright, I'm not defending this guy whatsoever, but I am going to warn you right now that this story sounds a lot worse than it actually is. This individual was looking around on adult websites for partners for the night, and he found this individual and thought that they were older than what they were. It is an adult website, so when you go onto this specific website, essentially you have to detail and acknowledge that you are an adult. Now, the reason that I think this guy is going to end up being charged with this is due to the simple fact that he recorded one of his sessions after the person he was with the 16-year-old had declined allowing him to record what they were doing. So I think that even if he gets off on the charge that he didn't know that she was 16 and she lied to him about that and this, that, and the other, I think he will go to prison for illegally recording that. And I do think he will probably end up going down the river for this too. This is a great example for anyone out there who is trolling around the internet trying to get with some younger ladies. You know, I understand if you're 18, I understand if you're 20, 21, you know, things like that. Your age groups kind of commingle there, but you need to be very, very careful who you do get with. You need to see that license, ladies and gentlemen. So there you go. The Counter-Strike co-creator has been charged with this. It's not just allegations. He hasn't been to court yet, but he has been arrested and charged. And the police did put out a report talking all about this, and this individual, the co-creator's attorney, has also issued statements on this as well. So you can read over the story if you'd like to. Again, he has not been tried and convicted yet, so let's see what the courtroom ends up saying about him. So the Evo lineup for 2018 is it's distinctly lacking a certain game from Capcom. I'll let you guys fill in the blanks there. There's not much else to this story other than the fact that, yeah, they did state that there's going to be a separate tournament for the Capcom games, but I do think it's interesting to see that the main ones, the biggest points from the games that come out from Evo are lacking Marvel vs. Capcom, and a lot of people kind of made fun of Marvel vs. Capcom because of this. So yeah, if you're in the fighting tournament scene, if you're into fighting games, you can go ahead and take notice of that, ladies and gentlemen. So Microsoft has announced a $299 Xbox One S PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds bundle. So this comes with a terabyte hard drive, that would be the Xbox One S, a wireless controller, of course, the full game download of PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, 1 month of Xbox Live Gold, and 1 month of Game Pass as well, so you can play tons of games for a month. This is a pretty decent deal. It rivals the Nintendo Switch, which comes with nothing, absolutely nothing, for around the same price. You get a Nintendo Switch and that's it. I mean, that's how it goes with a lot of early consoles, but this is a pretty good bundle that competes, and it does put out 4K, and it comes with one of the hottest games of the year, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. So it's something to consider, but do note that it is a digital game and not a physical disc of any kind, ladies and gentlemen. There is a report that Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is coming this year, and it has been quoted to Eurogamer that Treyarch is working on Call of Duty Black Ops 4 for the launch late in this year. Of course, late Call of Duty launch in the year, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. It's Treyarch's turn in 3-year rotation, and they did state that they are going to dial back the futuristic sci-fi elements of the Black Ops series. Now, I didn't really mind Infinite Warfare, not at all. I thought that was a really, really great game, and I think a lot of people panned it hard because of the whole futuristic sci-fi elements, but it was a really good game, man. I'm telling you, if you missed out on it, go pick it up, man. It's cheap. You'll have a great time with the campaign, but again, they did say they are going to dial it back for a more recent desire of a more grounded feeling. I think a lot of people would like realistic wars, serious wars. I know a lot of people really would like a more updated Vietnam War. People love playing through World War I and World War II, and I think people want to see Vietnam revisited. This game is going to be released for the PlayStation 4, Windows, PC, and Xbox One, but there has been no comment from the Nintendo Switch yet, and following suit with how they've been, I don't think they're going to release it for the Nintendo Switch. I could be completely wrong, but they would have to scale it back quite a bit in comparison to those systems. EA is also stepping up its campaign against Battlefield 1 cheaters, ladies and gentlemen, which is yeah, that's something, I guess. I mean, it's not as big as PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds banning so many cheaters, man. But in comparison, they have dealt with around, I believe it was 8,000 cheaters, 8,500. So that was back in October. They're still stepping up their things, their maneuvers, their methods, their anti-cheat tools to deal with cheaters on Battlefield 1. So if you've been dealing with a lot of cheaters there, ladies and gentlemen, that's something to be aware of. Continuing the war train, the Wargame Train, Close Combat is up to 65% off if you want all of the close combat games. These are excellent war games. They're really, really great. They're in the vein of realistic war, and it's something that you can play while you're waiting for the next Call of Duty or Battlefield to come out, or if you just don't like Call of Duty or Battlefield, this is a good alternative. Over on GOG, now again, I get a kickback because I'm an affiliate with GOG, but I do think this is a really great alternative for individuals who are not with Call of Duty. They just absolutely hate Call of Duty. So if you want to check into that, you can check into that in the description below. Again, you can buy each individual game much, much cheaper, but the collection here of 5 separate games is pretty good, and it's a considerable amount of gameplay that you are going to end up getting for the price that it is going to cost. And it's on sale for a lot of money off right now, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, I want to close on this. That would be Best Buy stopping its selling of CDs this summer. Now, this is odd. There's not really much else to talk about with this. Just Best Buy had stated that they're not going to stock CDs, physical CDs. So, if you don't know about CDs, which, like, how could you not? But I understand in this digital age, a lot of people don't understand why people still get CDs, because a lot of individuals like physical media. They really like to own what they have in a physical sense. There's been too many times, me growing up, where I've had a computer just completely take a crap on me and all of it's gone. That's how I've learned to back up my information on external hard drives, but nothing lasts forever. It's a continuous cycle of backing up, and backing up. And at some point in time, you might just want to have a CD instead and not have to deal with that. And then if you do need to copy the CD, you can copy it later on. And it's something like maybe you might have to make a backup every 20 to 25 years instead of every 5 to 10 years with hard drives. So there you are, ladies and gentlemen. Best Buy is going to stop selling CDs, which may lead into DVDs one day, which may lead into physical games one day as well. And the digital age may be continuing. But then again, it may just be something like where they decided to stop selling cassettes, where they stopped selling 8-tracks, when they stopped selling vinyls, you know what I mean, in stores. So there you go. Which one do you think it is? Do you think we are going more digital only, or do you think this is just an old medium being phased out? Now, that's it for this episode of What You Missed News, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys really did enjoy it. Leave me a big thumbs up if you did. Leave me a thumbs down if you didn't like it, and let me know what I can do better in the future. I've been here as Protomario, and I'm signing out. As always, good gaming, God bless, and thank you for taking the time out to watch this video. Now, I'm off to drink some coffee out of my awesome Snorlax cup. You know, this is coffee, but I'm telling you, for some reason, I just feel a lot more tired drinking it out of this cup.